Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to give you some statistics on the Blood Orange Latex version 2. In this video I'm going to test elongation factor, draw weight, speed, and overall performance. Stay tuned. Quick overview before we get into this too deep. 6 months ago, we'll say half a year, something like that, I went to the doctor and got some blood drawn for, regular routine stuff. And the lady had, or the nurse, the technician, whatever you want to call her, had a band that you wrap around your arm to draw blood. Anyway, it was orange, and I was like, "Let me get a slice of that just to take home." And she was like, "Why? You're not going to shoot up some drugs, are you?" I'm like, "No, I shoot slingshots, and I want to make a spoof video, like a joke about blood orange latex." She's like, "Okay, cool, take two." It was just a joke. I made a joke post, but next thing you know, I'm creating my own latex to specifications that I liked, and here we are. Blood Orange version 1 performed pretty well. It was a stout band, which we'll find out here in a minute. I'm going to do some testing on it because I do have a little bit left. Not for sale, it's all gone, but I do have a little bit left in my own personal collection. So it was very stout. It didn't appeal to everybody, but the people who did like it really loved it. So it got snatched up pretty quick. My supplier all of a sudden emailed me and they're like, "Nope, we're not making it anymore." I'm like, "Okay, great." So at that point, I was able to work with a different supplier who made a color orange band. Tried their best to make it a stout, strong, fast performing band. And now we're going to test it and see how close to the version 1 it is. Yeah. So I do a lot of filming in the morning because that's the time that I am able to be at peace. The world is not quite awake yet, and it's just super nice. So I'm extra chill this morning because I had my family over last night, and I don't drink or smoke or anything, but man, oh man, just imagine a bunch of Deezes sitting around, all my siblings. Yeah, it gets to be a little bit nutty. So we were laughing and joking around for hours and hours and hours. Anyway, here we are doing some testing. Before we get into this too far, I just want to go briefly over what I tested. So I had 4 band sets that I made from the sample. And first 3 I just shot. So the very first one I did not aim at, like I didn't say, "Hey, I'm going to shoot as many shots as possible." I just shot. So I shot into the catch box. I shot into the backyard. I shot everything. I shot some clay. I shot some steel. And I kept a loose count in my head. So this is not an exact number. I hit 600 plus on the first band set. It did not break yet, but it does have a tear somewhere on there. This one right here. So if I would have kept going, it would have torn for sure. But who knows? Maybe I would have got 650 out of it. I'm not sure. Second one I shot strictly in the catch box. 50 shots at a time here and there throughout a couple of days. I got 456 shots out of it. That one did break right at the pouch where you would expect. Final band set, or final longevity band set, I guess, or general purpose testing. I got 646 shots out of it. Busted right there. Was very predictable. I could see the tear starting. It wasn't like an instant pop out of nowhere. So they were easily used. As far as it was no odd breaking, no weird results. I got damn near 500 shots on the one, and the other 2 were over 600. So longevity to me felt great. Without testing it yet, which I still haven't, I'm going to test in this video. Pull seems a lot lighter. It's not as stout as V1. The looks are different for sure. So this is the color orange, but V1 has a kind of translucent feel. This is V1 here. So if you see these two together here, you'll see a significant difference in how they look. One is more orange and shiny. That's V2. The other one, version 1, this one here is more translucent and like a powdery orange. So I don't think V2 is going to perform quite to the standards as version 1, but I think it's going to be a good comparison. Let's get it on to some measurements. I have this measuring device here for thickness. I'm going to use a 8mm steel ball, and we're just going to see where this thing lands. So 79.4 That's 7.94. So that's close. That's super close to 8 millimeters, which I believe that's what this is. So that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to measure the thickness of the 0.5 here. So 0.52. That's version 2. Version 1. 0.53. So they're close in thickness. I'm not going to measure every single band set. This is just a general testing video. Results always will vary a little bit. Each roll you may have a slight difference, a little thinner, a little thicker, but there is a tolerance of every latex that's not, going to be a slight little difference, no matter what brand you buy. But those are both very close to 0.5, and that's what they're labeled as, is 0.5. So yeah, let's test what are we going to test next? Let's test the elongation. Yeah. All right, so this is V1. I have a marking on that side, which is kind of faded. I just redid it on this side to make it a little bit brighter. I'm going to stretch it out. This is a 10 millimeter mark here. See the translucentness of version 1? I'm going to pull it apart and see where it stretches to. So let's go ahead and yank on it. All right, so that's about as center as I can get it, roughly. We're looking at about a 600, maybe a touch over 600% elongation version 1. This is a section of version 2, similar in thickness as far as this way here. I didn't measure it. I just tried to make a kind of a straight little strip there. And we're at 10 millimeters again. Let's go ahead and see where this thing comes out. Yeah, just a touch over 600. So very, very close. We're at, yeah, just barely over 600. So it's similar. A little bit more stretchy on the V2. The slingshot I'm going to use for this one is my own slingshot here that I made. This is the Evil Eye version of the Revolt. I'm going to go ahead and band it up, and I'll tell you what the active band length is that we're testing at. So the active band length that I'm going to be testing is 130 millimeters on both of these. This is 130 from here to here. For my draw length, that is going to be a 560% elongation. Let's test the draw weight. Blood orange, version 1. 0 pounds. I'm going to stretch it out. Pull it to about, it's about right there. 9.5. I'm going to do a few more off camera and we'll get an average. 5 measurements is all I'm going to do, and then I did an average. 9.5 is the average draw weight for Blood Orange version 1. Let's see what version 2 proves out to be. All right, we have the V2 in there. Zeros. I'll show you the first pull here. Let's figure this out together, right? First time seeing the draw weight on V2. It feels lighter. Let's see. Very close, I think. Yep. 7.9. I'm going to do a couple more off camera and we'll see. Definitely, what, a pound lighter so far. 8.9, pound and a half. I'll do a few more and I'll show you the average. All right, after taking a few measurements, it's 8.25 pounds draw weight on Blood Orange version 2. So far we have thickness is very good. It's within range, within specifications. The stretch ratio is similar, a little bit longer. It's probably like 625%, maybe 650 if you really yanked on it. Version 1 is only 600. Draw weight is about a pound, 1.25 pounds lighter, roughly. So 9.5 on version 1, 8.25 on version 2. So overall, it's proving to be a little bit of a lighter pull, a little bit longer stretch ratio, but it's still close. It's not swinging the 800% elongation. It does have a wall for sure. I do feel the wall, but it's not as stout as version 1. Let's throw some steel down range and get some speed measurements. Yeah, buddy. So my normal setup, I'm usually hitting like 200 feet per second, give or take. Swinging all the way up to like 220 depending on which band I'm using, but I usually stay in the lower 200 kind of range. So that's most likely where this is going to hit. I don't know though, I haven't cronied this band set in a million years. The blood orange, sorry. It was a big ass butterfly, dude. Thing's huge. What I mean is I haven't cronied the blood orange version 1 in a long time. Not that this band set is old. This is the same one that I've been testing. As of right now, not a single shot has been taken through this band set, but it's about to happen. So, target down there, I'm not really caring about that target. Chronograph right here. We're measuring in feet per second. And like I said, I'm guessing in the lower 200s. I'm gonna have to crouch down low. $229. I just yanked and pulled. Barely even made it in the catch box. $228. $229. $226. $222. $228. Maybe you could see those, maybe you couldn't, I don't know. So we are, what, in the lower 200s, which is what I had guessed. I'll do the average, but I'm saying it's probably going to be 220 is your average. Let's put on the version 2 and see. I feel like we're going to lose some speed here. Let's find out, though. The crony don't lie, does it? Hold on a second, guys. Okay, we're back. Now we have the V2. I feel like it's going to drop. We were at 220-ish kind of ratio, or average for version 1. Let's see what version 2 is all about. Oh, damn, it didn't. Well, let's see if that was a fluke. 227. Damn, 226, okay. All right. 228. Well, hot damn. 228.9. Son of a gun. 231.7. Holy shit. So it's faster. Well, I don't know about faster. Very similar. Similar. All right. Final thoughts. Hang on, guys. This video, I'm sure, is not too appealing to the brand new shooter. It's very slow paced, and it doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles and, you know, cuts and flashes and fades and all that. But you guys who are genuine shooters, been shooting for a while, and the new guys too, whatever, you may like this kind of stats. But you dudes who've been shooting for a while, and ladies, I know some ladies who love the blood orange too. I wanted an honest representation of what version 2 is. That numbers kind of shocked me a little bit on the speed. You're getting a little bit lighter draw weight and the same amount of speed. Now, you can obviously dial yours to whatever you want. I have mine tuned to the lower 200s because that's what I shoot, and that's what I like, and that's what I know. So I can predict where my ammunition is going to go. I can predict the curve on the longer ones. Just is tuned for my liking. You can tune yours to whatever you like. I feel confident in selling the version 2. The thickness is the same. The elongation, similar. Draw weight, a little bit lighter, not much. Speed, same. Checks all the boxes for me. It is for sale right now. I have it on sale, or not on sale, but for sale at OmegaSlingsUSA.com. I appreciate you guys watching my videos, man. This was a human kind of testing here, okay? There's some guys who test with precision, like jigs that measure the exact draw length. This is kind of a backyard, loose testing, but you get the idea. Blood Orange version 1 is no more. It's gone. Version 2 is here to stay. Go grab some if you'd like. Subscribe to the channel if you would like. No matter what you do, enjoy shooting your slingshot. Okay, guys. Thanks. Bye.